So I heard that you have a dream. You have a dream that you are now planning to turn into a goal. I want you to know that there is a difference between something being a dream and something being a goal. A dream is something that you think about, that you wish was to come true, that you feel is like it's something for you, and then there is a goal, and a goal is something that you set for yourself to achieve. Now, you can turn dreams into goals, and to turn them into reality, you've got to turn it into a goal, a clear and set stop, that this is what I'm going to do, and not just this is something I'm going to think about. Because if you constantly think about it, you're dreaming it. But if you set it as a goal and you make it clear, like, this is my goal, this is something I have to do, you have a lot more action towards that, and it becomes a new real thing. You give it life. And I want you to know that in order to get to that goal, you may have to do different things. And whether that is to how you earn the money to go through with it, whether that is achieving a certain social status in order to go through with it, whatever the thing is, do what you need to do in the right ways for this to happen. And I need you guys to know that it's okay to change your plan. The plan will constantly go through changes. Throughout your whole life, you will realize that when you set a task for yourself, there may be certain altercations, or you kind of grow out of one way of doing something. If the focus is constantly on that end goal, you are completely allowed to change the course of how you get there. It's about sticking to the plan either way. Maybe not sticking to the plan, but sticking to the goal. Because there are things that are completely out of our control that can happen. And I want you guys to know that you can do it. You really can do it. I feel like nowadays people don't feel as though they have as much control as they do, because we have our phones, which we can use to our advantage or to our disadvantage, and unfortunately most people use them to their disadvantages. But if you want to succeed, you've got to know that, firstly, as I said, the plan may alter and change, which is completely okay. Another thing is that you will have to go through embarrassing things, as by choosing to stand out and go through with whatever dream was planted in your heart, you are going to fail, and you aren't going to fail once, you are going to fail many times. And unfortunately, a lot of the times that means that it might be a public failure. And you've got to understand that you will absolutely be made fun of, and you will have to do things that are embarrassing for you for the current moment. For example, uploading videos can sometimes be a bit embarrassing for some people, because they have 0 subscribers and they're kind of recording content, and they're scared that someone that they know will find their content. Understand that this is completely normal. People will laugh at it, but at the end of the day, it's not those people that are necessarily going to affect your success. I mean, at the end of the day, they are laughing at someone that is actually doing something with their lives and is pushing forward. So you absolutely have nothing to lose, and you've only got things to gain. I need you guys to know that you will feel embarrassed, not once, and it may get confusing at times and a bit draining at times, because you have to do things that are a bit embarrassing, and you're failing publicly, and that is embarrassing as well. But just know that there is no need to feel shame, because you are only gaining experience and knowledge through all of these experiences. So you are always on a winning position, and remember, those people that are laughing at you won't do the work for you. You are being made fun of by people that ultimately cannot stop your successes. And also remember that these people, as I just said, they're not going to do the work for you, so why should you care? They're not going to help you forward, so why should you care? I mean, I find it pretty miserable when people spend all days on their devices and just laugh at people trying to do something with their lives. To me, it's actually a bit embarrassing to do that. But I really want to go back to this topic of control. You have a lot more control than you think you do. Obviously, there are things that happen that are completely out of our control, but there are also things that are, a lot of the things that happen in our lives are in our control. We have free will. We can choose to do good, we can choose to do evil, we can choose, and that is ultimately something so beautiful with humanity. We have the ability to choose what we want to do. We can be directed, but if we choose to not do something, it won't be done like by us, is what I mean. And you've got to really look out for something so dangerous, and that is when you are placed in a situation where there is a good choice and there is a bad choice, and you can see those two choices, but you choose not to choose any of them. Even when you choose to not choose a bad choice, or you choose not to choose the good choice, you are still making a choice. Understand that even when you think you're not, you are. Every single day, from the minute you wake up to the end of the day, to the minute that your eyes close, you are constantly in a phase of choice. And you have got to be smart and live in the present moment to realize if you are just making something out of habit, if you are just making a choice out of habit, or if you are just completely not in the present moment and it's almost like you're dissociated and you don't really feel as though you're making a choice, because that happens quite often too, and it can really be something so damaging. So try and really be present, and with every choice that you are faced with, just remind yourself that you at this current moment have the ability to change your future self, which will end up becoming your present self at a certain point in time. And it's only through your present choices that you create your future, and ultimately you are where you are, and you are watching this video because of the choices you have made throughout your whole life. And know that if you've made bad ones and you're not happy with where you are, or you're not where you thought or expected you were going to be, that is completely fine, because that doesn't mean that you still can't get done what you want to have had done by the time that you're watching this video. So I want you guys to know that success isn't necessarily something that is given. It's something that is earned, and you can choose to earn it, or you can choose to not have that too. It's your choices, and it's your choice if you want to achieve what you want to achieve. But remember, success is right around the corner if you just choose to look around it instead of look forward and not behind the corner.